Hey guys, welcome back. It's your girl Katie here, and today's video I'm going to be reviewing and trying out a new brand to my channel. This is a brand I've never tried before, so I bought several products from them. I'm just going to do a review and trying on of them on my face. So the brand I'm talking about is Catrice Cosmetics. Now I believe this is like a drugstore brand, like I said, I've never tried anything from them before, so I went ahead, bought several products. So there are a couple of products that kind of caught my eye when I was looking through their website, so I went ahead and placed an order and just decided to try a little bit of everything. I was trying to do a full face, but it's not quite a full face. There was a couple of products I couldn't find. But before we get on into this video, make sure you go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my future uploads. But other than that, let's just go ahead and get started. Alright, so first thing I'm going to try out is one of their foundations. Now this is the True Skin Hydrating Foundation, and I have it in the shade Natural Ivory. Now they did have one that I really wanted to try, but it was a matte, so I went ahead and went with the hydrating one. The matte one had really good reviews and people seem to really like it, but I can't do matte. Matte foundations never look good on me. They dry out my skin too much, so I went ahead and picked up the hydrating one because, you know, because your girl likes hydrating foundation. So I'm going to try this one out. So I'm going to go ahead and open it. It has like a nice pump. Oh, I guess I should tell you guys like price points on this stuff. So like I said, I believe this brand is like a drugstore brand. At least that's what, because they have it like in Ulta. They have Catrice in my local Ulta, and it's like in the drugstore area. So I'm assuming it's drugstore. All right, so this foundation costs $11. Which I think it's a pretty, I don't know, maybe it's a little on the pricier side for drugstore, but not really. Oh, so it is very watery. It's very watery, but I'm just going to go ahead and try it. Hopefully, oh geez Louise. I may have picked the wrong shade. That's okay, I can make it work. I mean, my neck is pretty pale. But it is very watery, so I'm not sure how I like that. I mean, at least it's hydrating, right? It's supposed to be hydrating, so maybe that's why it's watery. I mean, when I'm blending it out, it seems like there's pretty good coverage. Let me go ahead and zoom you guys in. Yeah, this shade does not look like my shade, but then if you look at my neck is super pasty, so I may have actually gotten the right shade. I don't know why. Like, I think it's because I've been working outside more, like in my garden and things. So I think my face got a tan, but I don't know why my neck didn't get a tan. If you hear a noise in the background, my dog's in my room with me and he's snoring. Yeah, I look really crazy right now. Alright, so foundation is on. I don't know. The watery texture kind of threw me off, but even though it was super watery, it seems like it's, I don't know, it does have quite a bit of coverage. It's just, I don't really feel like it's very hydrating. I feel like it still like clings to my dry areas, and I don't know, I think it kind of, I don't know, I feel like it kind of makes me look a little dry. Like, I feel like it dried down pretty well, which is weird. Like, but I feel like it looks like I just put a bunch of powder on my face too. I don't know, I'm a little thrown off by it. Coverage is there. I wouldn't say it's like full coverage, but I'd say it's medium coverage. I did have to build it up in certain areas, but considering how watery the formula was when it came out, maybe I should have shook it up. Am I supposed to shake it? I don't know. Didn't say anything about shaking it up, but maybe I was supposed to shake it up. I don't think that would have helped any. I don't know, it's not bad. I don't think I'm going to set my face today. Well, maybe I will. I don't know. Let's move on. I'm not for sure what I think of it yet. Alright, so then I picked up one of their concealers, and this is their Liquid Camouflage High Coverage Concealer in the shade Light Natural. And this is supposed to be waterproof. I'm not really going to test that, but I mean, it says waterproof and it says last 12 hours, so we will see. Back on the foundation, I just thought of something. I feel like the foundation was drying down really fast. Maybe because it was so thin and watery. So that's a little side note. Alright, so concealer's on. It blended out really well. I actually feel like I like the formula of the concealer a lot better than I do of the foundation. I feel like the concealer felt really, like, hydrating. Like, just blending it out, it didn't stick to anything. By the way, this concealer cost about $6. There were a couple of products I actually picked up in store at Ulta, and then some of the other ones I had to order off of their website. So this was $6, but I think is a pretty decent price. It's not super cheap, but you know, it's affordable. But yeah, I really like that concealer. I don't feel like it's like super high. I don't really agree with the high coverage. I feel like it has coverage, but I wouldn't say it's like high coverage. It was just medium coverage, you know. I don't know. So yeah, I really like the concealer so far. Alright, so I don't have a new setting powder or brow product, or like I couldn't find one. In Ulta they had a setting powder, but it was like a matte setting powder, and I didn't want to do matte on my face. I just don't do matte products because it doesn't work for my skin type. But they didn't have a brow product, so I didn't pick one up. So I'm just going to go in with the Mellow Tinted Brow Gel here, and I'm just going to do my brows real quick. I'm going to go ahead and lightly set my face. I'm just going to do a light set like around my eye area. Just mostly here, and I'm just using the Ofra Banana Setting Powder to do that. I just mostly want to set my eyes and maybe where I put some of that concealer. Yeah, that's all I'm going to do. So moving on, I have one of their bronze and blush palettes here. It's the Malibu Beach Collection. So it comes with 2 bronzers and 2 blushes, and then a highlighter. But I'm only going to use the blush and the bronzer. I'm not going to use this highlighter because I picked up another highlighter from them, and I want to try that one out. So this palette cost me $13, which is a little bit pricey, I would say. Maybe, I don't know. It comes with 2 bronzers, 2 blushes, and a highlighter, so maybe not. Maybe that's a pretty decent price. I'm still remembering that I can't think of anywhere else that I would buy that cheaper, like for a palette. So it's pretty good. All right. This blush right here definitely looks like it's shimmery, so I'm probably going to go in with this blush here. But of course, first I need to add my bronzer, so I'm going to go in probably with this one. I feel like that one will work better for me. There is some kick up, but I don't know, I feel like that kick up is pretty normal. But I'm not going too crazy with the bronzer. I always feel like the camera makes my bronzer look really crazy. Like in person, it doesn't look crazy. Alright, so bronzer's on. My hair looks crazy now, but bronzer's on. I think it went on pretty well, very pigmented. I didn't really have to dip into the pan too much. So it's looking pretty nice. So moving on to the blush. So like I said, I'm going to go into this one here. Alright, so blush is on, very pigmented, went on very well. I like the color. So far, yeah, I really like this. The bronzer worked out really well. The blush, I really like the blush shade. I'll have to try out this highlighter a different day. I'll go ahead and swatch it, I guess. But this is not the highlighter I'm going to use today. It's like looks like a very nice gold. So not too shabby. I may need to swatch it again. I didn't really swatch it that great. So it's right there on the top. Pretty, it looks like a very nice highlighter. All right, 3 more products and then I'm done. All right, so now I'm gonna go into the highlighter, and this is actually why I went ahead and looked at Catrice's products, because I saw this highlighter in somebody's, I think they were doing a declutter video, and this is one that they showed that they weren't decluttering it, but they did show it in their collection. I was like, I may have to check that out. So this is the Sungasm face and body highlighter. Now, I'm not about body highlighters. I only use face highlighters, but she was saying this is a really nice highlighter for the face, and you know, it's a giant size pan. So I was like, man, if this highlighter, you know, if it's as good as it looks, it's a huge pan. And this retails for $10, you know, but it's a really big, you know, compared to my face, this is a giant. It's a giant pan. So let me swatch it first. Ooh, it looks nice. I don't know, guys, this looks really nice. Ooh, and it's not like shimmery. And if it is shimmery, it's like very light shimmer, and that's only like 1 dip in. Like, I didn't have that much on my hand, and that looks pretty blinding. So let's go ahead and test this out. Hopefully it's as good as it looks on the swatch. All right. Yeah, that's very pretty. I mean, I think I could build it up even more. Yeah, why don't I hear more people talk about this? Like, maybe it's because it's an older product. I don't know when it was released, but that is gorgeous. Wow. And like, considering how big of a pan you get, this is gonna last me forever. Wow. That's really, really pretty. I really like this. I don't know, maybe I'm just late to the game, but I feel like I've never heard of this highlighter before. Like I said, I don't know when it came out. If it came out a while back, maybe that's why I don't hear anybody talking about it, but dang, for this, you know, $10, it's a fair price, I'd say, but considering how big it is, girl, stunning. It's very pretty. Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm so glad I picked this up. Woo-wee. Can't stop looking at it. I mean, I don't know. I think it looks really well. All right, moving on to, I did pick up an eyeshadow palette from them, and this is the Pro Neon. This is the Pro Neon Earth Slim eyeshadow palette, and this retails for $13, so not a bad price, I don't think, for a palette. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. It's a 14 pan shadow. Here's what it looks like. And I just picked up one of their palettes I just wanted to try out the formula, because like I said, I haven't tried anything from Catrice before this, so I'm really curious about these 2 shades. Like, it's like a new thing where they add like the white in there now, or they kind of make it look like a marbly look. I wouldn't say this looks like a marbly, but it is like a speckled look. So I'm curious what those are gonna look like, so I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch it. I will say this doesn't, I don't know, it's not swatching so well. Yeah, these aren't really swatching that well. So I'm just gonna test it on the eyes. So far from those 2 swatches, they were not very good, so we'll see how they work. So I'm just gonna, I don't know, just go in. I'm probably gonna go into the shade over here called Gravity and just start blending that out. Alright, so transition shades down. Went on pretty easily. What do I want to go into next? I think I'm going to go into Cosmo over here. It's kind of this more cool tone brown, and I'm just going to put that on top. So far the quality of the eyeshadow palette is okay. I mean, it's pigmented, but it's not like the creamiest, you know, most pigmented palette I've tried, but it's not bad. Alright, now I'm going to go into Eclipse over here, this dark brown, and just kind of put that on the outer corners. Now I'm going to go into Elements over here, and it's this shimmer shade right there. I don't know, I could try this one, but I don't, no. Alright, so that worked, that shimmer shade worked really well. I didn't have to dip into it too much. So far I'd say the palette is, it's a pretty good palette. I wouldn't say it's anything great or nothing spectacular, but like I said, this is a drugstore brand, so I can't expect like top quality, like high-end brands. I don't know, like, it's definitely pigmented. The only issue I might have had was kind of blending out the mattes a little bit. It did take a little bit of work to it, but I did blend it out. I don't think I see any patchiness, so that's good. The only thing I'm disappointed in is these two shades right here. Although I didn't try them on the lid, and I will try them on the lid later. Come on, camera, focus. These, I don't know if it's because it's, was it this one? This one and this one. These two right here. I don't know if it's because I try to make it look fancy with the two different colors in there, but when I was swatching it, it was just kind of flaking off, like it wasn't sticking to my hand. And like I said, I haven't used it on the lid yet, so I can't judge it completely, but just from the swatch alone, I didn't want to try it on my eyes because I was like, it's already flaking on my hand. What's it going to do on my eye? And I don't want to get it in my eye, so I don't know if they just try to make it look nice and the formula just didn't turn out well. I don't know. I'll play with it later. It's just, I didn't want to put it on today. So far I like it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up the rest of my eyes off camera. And then I'll try the last product out, and then I'll tell you guys my final thoughts on everything. Alright, so back, finished up the eyes. Eyes are all done. I didn't pick up an eyeliner or mascara. I didn't see any there. Like I said, I did order some stuff online, but then I went to Ulta to see if I could find things I wasn't able to get, or at least I just didn't want to place a huge order. But I didn't see any of that stuff, but I did see a lip product here, and this was one of the few that they had. And this is a liquid lip balm. So I'm not really sure what that meant. I'm thinking it's like a tinted lip balm, but I'm not really for sure. But anyways, this was $6. Packaging's really cute. I really like the look of the color, so I'm just going to go ahead and try this out. So the shade is Fresh Acai Berry. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's this nice like mauve-y pink. Feels really nice on the lips. Yeah, it feels really nice on the lips. I don't know what it means by lip balm. Like, maybe because it doesn't dry down. It maybe feels like a gloss or something. The tint is pretty pigmented, I'd say. I mean, I can definitely tell that I have something on my lips now. Very hydrating, and it has this list of like stuff on it, like vitamin E, shea butter, I think is what it's called, green tea, goji berry, I don't know what that is. But yeah, I really like the color of it. It's a very pretty color. Yeah, the only thing is it's not going to dry down because it's a lip balm. Alright, so there's everything. There's everything on my face. I think I said how much this was. If I didn't, it's $6. Yeah, so let me just go ahead and go through a final thoughts on everything. The foundation I don't think is bad. It's just, I don't know, it dried down really quickly, so maybe I just need to blend it out really fast because I feel like in some areas it's looking a little dry, and that kind of surprises me considering this is supposed to be a hydrating foundation. I really don't feel like it is. I don't know. It's not bad, it's just not my favorite. But I mean, like, the coverage was there, so I don't know. I have mixed feelings on it. I really do like the concealer. I think it blended out really well. Felt very hydrating on the skin. I don't know if it's waterproof. I don't really want to test that, but that's cool if it is. Yeah, I just wouldn't say it's like high coverage. I would just call it medium coverage, but that's just personal opinion. I'd say my two favorite products are probably these two right here. I do really like this palette here. I think the bronzer worked really well, and the blush, I really like the shade of the blush. I'm assuming the highlighter would be good too, at least from the swatch it seemed pretty decent. I'll try that out later. I really, really like this highlighter, and I'm really glad I picked it up, and I don't know why people don't rave about it more. Maybe they did when it first came out, and you know, hype kind of dies and nobody talks about it anymore, but I'd highly recommend picking this up if you see it like in store or something, because that highlight is beautiful. I say the palette's pretty decent. I wouldn't say it's anything spectacular or anything amazing, but it is a decent palette. I mean, it blended out. It did take some work to blend out, but it did blend out. They're very pigmented. I'm interested to try these other shades over here. These over here, this orange and red, look pretty interesting. I just didn't try them out today because I'm going somewhere after this, and I don't know, I'm not really feeling like a fall look. I don't know, I've been liking these kind of nude looks lately. So decent palette, just, I don't know. If I didn't have anything else in my collection that looked like this, I probably would be very excited to be having this and to use it. Like I said, don't get me wrong, it's not a bad palette. The only shades that I didn't like were these two here, and that's just from swatches alone, so I can't be too critical because I haven't tried it on my eyes, but just from the swatch, it didn't look like it was going to be a great shade, like they were flaking. But I really like the shimmer shade I use. That one's very pretty. I don't know, I really like the look that I came up with today using this palette. So, it's a good palette, you know. I'm just being overly critical. And I actually really like this lip balm. Like, I really like the shade of it. And it feels really nice on the lips. And, I don't know. So yeah, I really like this too. So overall, I'm pretty happy with this brand. You know, at least the products from this brand. I'll probably keep an eye out for new things that they come out with. Definitely willing to try more. I do hope they kind of, I don't know, maybe reformulate this hydrating foundation. I just don't feel like it's very hydrating. So this is probably the only product that I'm not a huge fan of, but it's not bad. It's just, I don't know, maybe I'm being too picky. I'm probably being too picky. But yeah, there you go, guys. That is my little review and try on of Catrice Cosmetics Products. Let me know down in the comments what you guys thought of my try-on review. Have you guys tried products from the brand? What is your favorite product if you have tried from them? Let me know down in the comments. I love chatting with you guys down there. Also, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you like seeing these types of videos. And also let me know down in the comments if you have any brands that you would like for me to try out. I'm trying to broaden my horizon a bit, trying to try new things. But yeah, if you have a brand in mind that you would like to see a review on, drop it down in the comments and I will take a look at it. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful week, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!